What if I told you that the life you are living, every success, every failure, every joy, and every sorrow wasn't handed to you, but was meticulously projected by you? What if the very fabric of reality is not solid and fixed, but a shimmering, holographic canvas waiting for the paint strokes of your own consciousness? You have been guided here today, not by mere chance, not by a random click or a casual scroll. An ancient wisdom, a deep and powerful current that has been dormant within you, is beginning to stir. Consider this moment an initiation. This is your formal invitation to access the forbidden knowledge that mystics, sages, and enlightened masters have guarded for millennia. The universe is not a chaotic collection of random, external events, but a grand mental projection. What your senses perceive as reality is merely a reflection, a feedback loop from a much deeper universal consciousness. This journey we are about to embark on together will systematically dismantle the illusion of your powerlessness. It will shatter the cage of victimhood and restore to you your divine sovereignty, revealing the profound truth that your mind is not a passive observer of the world. It is the architect of your existence. A word of caution: be prepared. For once this veil of illusion is lifted, your perception of yourself and your world will be irrevocably, magnificently, and powerfully transformed. Let's begin by dismantling the most pervasive lie you've ever been told. The lie that the world outside of you is solid, separate, and real. The world you perceive through your five senses is a masterful illusion. Think of it not as a window to the truth, but as a biological user interface, a simplified operating system designed for one purpose: survival in a three-dimensional experience. It's a map, but it is not the territory. Your eyes don't see the world. They translate a minuscule sliver of the electromagnetic spectrum into electrical signals your brain interprets as color and form. Your ears don't hear the world. They translate a narrow band of vibrating frequencies into what we call sound. These senses are filters, not windows. They are designed to limit reality, not reveal it. Science itself, the very bastion of materialism, now stands as our greatest witness to this truth. When you look at your hand, it appears solid, dense, and real. Yet, quantum physics reveals that your hand is 99.9999% empty space. The atoms that compose it are not tiny, solid balls, but ghosts of vibrating energy, buzzing in a vast emptiness. The solidity you feel is an illusion created by the repulsive force of electron shells. You're not touching the world. You're experiencing a field of energy repelling another field of energy. But the rabbit hole goes deeper. The most profound and unsettling secret of modern physics is the observer effect. In controlled experiments, like the famous double-slit experiment, scientists have discovered that at the quantum level, particles of matter exist in a state of infinite potential, a wave of all possibilities, until the moment they are observed. The very act of conscious observation collapses that wave of infinite potential into a single, tangible reality. Think about what this truly means. It's not just that observing something changes it. It's that observation creates it from a field of pure potentiality. Your awareness is not passive. It is an active, creative force. You are not a pawn in a cosmic game. You are a fundamental participant in a unified field of vibrating energy, a living, breathing transceiver, constantly broadcasting frequencies with your thoughts and emotions, and receiving the reflection of those broadcasts as the circumstances of your life. The world isn't happening to you, it is responding through you. Consider a practical example. Walk into a room when you are filled with joy. The colors seem brighter, the air feels lighter, the space feels open and welcoming. Now, walk into that exact same room when you are in a state of despair. The room feels oppressive, the shadows seem darker, the walls feel like they are closing in. The physical room has not changed, but your perception, your conscious, energetic observation of it, has completely transformed your experience of that reality. This is the observer effect in your daily life. You are coloring the world with the palette of your own consciousness. A question should be burning in your mind right now. If this incredible, reality-bending power is our natural birthright, why does it feel like a secret? Why have we been raised to believe we are small, insignificant beings at the mercy of a cold, random universe? The answer is as simple as it is unsettling. A human being who has mastered their own mind cannot be controlled. A population that understands its inherent creative power cannot be manipulated, cannot be sold a narrative of fear, and cannot be herded into systems of compliance. There has been a silent, historical conspiracy, not of secret societies in smoke-filled rooms, but a war of paradigms waged to keep you feeling powerless and disconnected from your true nature. This was not a war fought with armies and weapons, but with ideas and the suppression of knowledge. It began with catastrophic events, like the burning of the Great Library of Alexandria, a tragedy that wasn't just the loss of books, but the targeted destruction of ancient wisdom that taught of the inner cosmos and the power of human consciousness. This campaign of disempowerment continued through the brutal persecution of groups like the Gnostics, who were hunted as heretics not for their beliefs about God, but for their core teaching that the kingdom of heaven is found within, that divinity is not an external authority to be worshipped, but an inner truth to be realized. The true work of the ancient alchemists was also systematically distorted. Their quest was not merely to turn physical lead into physical gold. That was a metaphor, an exoteric cover for a much deeper, esoteric science. The lead was the dense, heavy consciousness of fear, ignorance, and limitation. The gold was the radiant, incorruptible consciousness of enlightenment and limitless potential. The alchemical process was the transmutation of the self. This knowledge was deemed dangerous because it places the power of salvation and creation squarely in your hands, not in the hands of an external authority. But the most cunning and effective conspirator in this plot against your power is not some external force. It is the one that lives inside your own head, your ego. The ego, that part of your identity constructed from past experiences, social conditioning, and limiting beliefs, is terrified of this knowledge. It fears the radical responsibility that comes with being a creator. The ego finds comfort in the familiar misery of the victim narrative. The victim gets to be right. The victim gets sympathy. The victim doesn't have to do the hard work of self-mastery. Your ego will fight tooth and nail to maintain this illusion, whispering justifications for your suffering, reminding you of past failures, and pointing to external circumstances as the source of your problems. It is the internal warden of your self-imposed prison, and the first step to freedom is to recognize its voice not as your own, but as the programmed guard of a system designed to keep you small. This isn't just history. This is the very software running in the background of your own mind. And today, we begin the process of a system-wide upgrade. Now that we have cleared the rubble of illusion and conspiracy, we can build a new foundation of understanding. To do this, we must grasp the single, primordial law from which all other principles of creation emanate. It is this: the universe is a grand mental dream existing within the infinite, living mind of a universal consciousness, which some have called God, the All, or the quantum field. This is not a mere philosophical abstraction. It is the fundamental operating principle of existence. Let's use an analogy you experience every single night. When you have a dream, where does that world come from? Where do the landscapes, the buildings, the people you interact with originate? They are all constructed from the fabric of one substance, your own consciousness. In your dream, a thought and a thing are one and the same. If you dream of a red car, the car is not made of metal and paint. It is made of the thought of a red car. Everything within the dream is a thought form, a projection of the dreamer's mind. Now, scale that principle up to the ultimate level. The cosmos you perceive is a thought form in the mind of the All. The planets, the stars, the galaxies, and everything on this earth are expressions of this universal consciousness. Just as your dream world is an expression of your individual consciousness. So, where do you fit into this cosmic dream? Your individual mind is not separate from this universal mind. It is a focal point within it. You are a co-dreamer in the grand dream of the cosmos. You have been given the divine power to shape your personal portion of the dream. Your consciousness is like a whirlpool in the great ocean of universal consciousness, distinct yet inseparable from the whole. This understanding changes everything. Your sustained, intentional thoughts are not the fleeting, powerless shadows you have been taught they are. They are energetic blueprints. They are commands. When you hold a clear, focused thought, amplified by belief and emotion, you are sending a precise directive into the universal field, a blueprint that the mind of the All is obligated to reflect back to you in your experience. You are not a victim of the painting of your life. You are the painter. For too long, you have been standing in front of your canvas, brush in hand, believing that the images appearing there were the work of some other external artist. You have celebrated the beautiful strokes and cursed the ugly ones, never realizing that your own hand, guided by your own thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, was holding the brush all along. The primordial law declares your sovereignty. It hands the brush back to you and says, "The dream is yours to create. What will you paint now?" To consciously paint on the canvas of the cosmos, to manifest your mental blueprints into tangible reality, you must learn to communicate with the universe in its native tongue. That language is not English or Spanish or any spoken word. The native language of the universe is vibration. Everything in existence, from the densest rock to the most ethereal thought, is energy in a state of vibration. Your thoughts are vibrations. Your words are vibrations. Your beliefs are patterns of vibration. Most importantly, every single emotion you experience has a unique and measurable vibrational frequency. Love, joy, and gratitude are high-frequency emotions that vibrate rapidly. Fear, anger, and shame are low-frequency emotions that vibrate slowly and heavily. Your dominant, emotional state, the feeling tone you carry with you throughout your day, is the vibrational song you are constantly transmitting out into the universal field. The universe is a vast field of resonance, like a cosmic tuning fork. It doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are vibrationally. This is the great secret that trips up so many people. You cannot think thoughts of abundance while feeling emotions of lack and expect to manifest wealth. The universe isn't listening to your words, the lyrics of your song. It is responding to the music, the vibrational frequency of your feelings. If your lyrics say, "I want more money," but your music is the heavy, slow vibration of fear and scarcity, the universe only hears the music. It hears lack and gives you more experiences that resonate with that feeling. So, how do you change your music? The most powerful vibrational amplifier you possess is not your brain, it is your heart. Scientific instruments have measured the fact that the human heart generates an electromagnetic field that is up to 5,000 times stronger than the field generated by the brain. This field radiates from your body in a torus shape, extending many feet out into the space around you. Your heart is broadcasting your vibrational signature to the world. The master key to creation, therefore, is the unification of mind and heart. You must first create a clear, detailed thought in your mind, the blueprint. This is the what. But then, you must drop that blueprint into the furnace of your heart and amplify it with the powerful, high-frequency emotion of what it would feel like to have it now. This is the how. By uniting a clear thought, the intention, with an elevated emotion, the vibration, you create a powerful, coherent electromagnetic signal that commands reality. You are no longer sending mixed messages. The lyrics and the music are finally in harmony. This coherent signal is the language the universe understands. It is a command that ripples through the quantum field, collapsing potential into reality and drawing to you the people, events, and circumstances that are a perfect vibrational match to the song you are now singing. We have established that your thoughts are the blueprint, and your heart's vibration is the energy that builds it. Now, we must explore the sacred workshop, where these blueprints are drafted and perfected before they are sent out for construction. That workshop is your imagination. Imagination is not a frivolous escape for children or a tool for idle daydreaming. It is the sacred, creative faculty where reality is forged. Your subconscious mind, the powerful engine that runs 95% of your life and communicates directly with a universal field, cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and one that is physically real. Neurologically, the same neural pathways fire, whether you are physically performing an action or intensely imagining yourself performing that same action. This is the key to what we call disciplined visualization. This is not about wishful thinking. This is about creating a memory of the future. It is the art of living from the end result, of rehearsing your future success so thoroughly in the workshop of your mind that your brain and body begin to believe it has already happened. Here is the practical technique. You must craft a short, sensory-rich, first-person scene that implies your desire has been fulfilled. The scene should be brief, no more than 10 to 15 seconds, so you can easily loop it. The key is to engage as many senses as possible. For example, if your desire is a loving partnership, don't just visualize a generic face. Instead, create a scene where you feel a wedding ring on your finger, Feel its weight, its coolness against your skin. Hear your partner's voice saying, I love you so much. Smell their unique scent. Feel the warmth of their hand in yours. The more sensory detail you pack into the scene, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind. When you repeatedly loop this scene, especially in the relaxed, suggestible states just before sleep or upon waking, you're doing something profound. You are rewiring your brain, building the neural architecture of your new reality. You are conditioning your body to the emotional signature of your future. You are literally becoming, on a biological and neurological level, the person who already has what you desire. You are not just fantasizing, you are the architect standing in the dimension of mind, meticulously building the true temple. You are drawing the plans, testing the materials, and walking through the finished halls long before a single shovel breaks ground in the physical world. And once that temple is perfected in the inner world of your imagination, the physical world, by law, has no choice but to translate your finished blueprint into solid, tangible form. The outer world is but a mirror, and your inner eye shows it what to reflect. Once you have forged the blueprint in your imagination and charged it with the energy of your heart, there is a powerful tool you can use to bridge it from the invisible realm of mind into the visible world of matter. That tool is the spoken word. A thought is an electrical impulse in the brain, but a spoken word is a thought made manifest, a thought given a physical body. That body is a sound wave, a literal vibration that you send out into the quantum field around you. Speaking your intention aloud gives it a density and a power that a silent thought does not possess. The act of speaking commands the quantum field with exponential force. When you speak your desire, you create a multi-sensory feedback loop that reinforces the new reality in your own neurology. You form the thought, you engage your vocal cords, you hear the words with your own ears, and you feel the vibration in your own body. This loop powerfully convinces your subconscious mind that this new reality is true. Within this key of the word, there is a supreme command, a master phrase that is the most powerful, creative statement in the universe. That phrase is, I am. These two words are not a request. They are not a hope. They are a profound declaration of identity. In many ancient traditions, I am is considered the name of God, the creative principle itself. When you begin a statement with I am, you are claiming whatever follows as your reality. You are commanding the universe to see you as that which you have declared. This is why we must be so incredibly mindful of our language. For generations, we have been programmed to use this divine command to create realities we do not want. We say, I am so tired. I am broke. I am always sick. And the universe, like a faithful servant, simply says, yes, your command is my wish, and provides more experiences to match that declaration. The shift is simple, yet life-altering. You must stop stating your problem and start declaring your solution. You must shift from, I want abundance, to, I am abundance. The statement, I want, is a powerful declaration of lack. It vibrates at the frequency of not having. But the statement, I am, collapses the separation between you and your desire. It proclaims a present tense truth that the mirror of the universe must then reflect back to you. So, begin today. Speak your reality into being. Stand in front of a mirror and declare, I am healthy, I am prosperous. I am loved. I am whole. Feel the power of these words vibrating through you. You are not just speaking, you are decreeing. You are using the divine name, the ultimate command, to define your state of being. You are bridging the gap between the mental blueprint and the physical manifestation, giving your desire a voice that reality cannot ignore. We now arrive at what is arguably the most potent, most transformative, and most misunderstood key in the entire art of creation, the key of the heart, which is the practice of true, creative gratitude. The gratitude you have been taught is likely a reactionary emotion. You receive a gift, so you say, "Thank you." Something good happens, so you feel grateful. This is a beautiful human emotion, but it is not a creative force. It is a response to a reality that has already manifested. True, creative gratitude is the absolute opposite. It is not a reaction to a gift received. It is the most powerful cause of all gifts. By feeling profound gratitude before your desire manifests in the physical world, you are sending the clearest, loudest, most coherent signal possible to the universal field that your order has already been fulfilled on the plane of consciousness. Think of it like this. When you order a product online, you don't spend the next few days worrying, fretting, and wondering if it will arrive. You place the order, you receive a confirmation, and you feel a sense of happy expectation. You might even start clearing a space for where it will go. You are acting and feeling as if it is already yours, because in the transactional reality of the internet, it is. Creative gratitude is the ultimate energetic confirmation. It is the feeling that transmits the message. Order received. The reality I have chosen in my mind is now on its way to me. This feeling, this vibrational signature of reception and wholeness, makes it quantumly impossible to simultaneously feel lack or longing. Gratitude is the ultimate antidote to the scarcity mindset. When you feel genuine gratitude, your heart's electromagnetic field shifts into a state of coherence. The rhythmic patterns of your heart become smooth and orderly, broadcasting a powerful magnetic signal that draws the experiences you are thankful for directly into your life. You are literally tuning your personal energy field to the frequency of reception. Here is the practice. At the end of your visualization, when the scene of your fulfilled desire is clear in your mind's eye, don't just let it fade away. Flood your heart with the overwhelming feeling of gratitude for it. Feel the thankfulness as if you just opened the door and your desire was sitting on your doorstep. Let that feeling wash over you. Let it fill every cell in your body. Say, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," from the depths of your being for a reality that is already accomplished in the realm of cause. By practicing gratitude in advance, you're no longer a beggar asking the universe for a handout. You're a graceful receiver, acknowledging a gift that is already yours in spirit. This shift from asking to acknowledging is the shift from a creator who struggles to a creator who allows. It is the ultimate expression of faith, the vibrational signature that says, "It is done." With these powerful keys in hand, a new question arises. What do we do about our current reality, especially the parts we do not like? What about the unwanted circumstances, the debt, the illness, the difficult relationships? How do we apply these principles when we are surrounded by evidence of what we don't want? The answer lies in the ancient science of alchemy. Remember, the true alchemists were not merely changing metals. They were masters of transmuting consciousness, and therefore reality itself. Unwanted circumstances are not the solid, immutable walls of lead they appear to be. They are simply patterns of dense, disharmonious energy that have solidified over time through your sustained attention and resistance. The secret to transforming this lead into the gold of your desired reality lies in the ancient alchemical process, which can be broken down into 3 stages: dissolve, coagulate, and fix. First, you must dissolve the solve. You must dissolve the problem's power over you through radical acceptance. This is the most counterintuitive step. Our instinct is to fight, to resist, to hate our problems. But whatever you resist persists. Resisting a negative circumstance is like trying to push a boulder uphill. You're feeding it your energy, making it more solid and real in your life. Radical acceptance doesn't mean resignation or approval. It simply means you stop the war. You withdraw your emotional energy. You look at the situation and say, "For now, this is what is. I will not waste my power fighting it." In this moment of non-resistance, the dense, solid energy of the problem begins to liquefy, to become fluid and workable again. Second, once the energy is fluid, you coagulate, the coagula. You must gather this now neutral energy and reshape it, giving it a new form. This is where you apply the keys we have already learned. You take this fluid potential and pour it into the mold of your new reality. You use the key of the inner eye to vividly imagine your desired outcome. You use the key of vibration to feel the elevated emotions of that new reality in your heart. You use the key of the word to declare, "I am," that which you choose to be. You're taking the raw, dissolved energy of the old problem and coagulating it into the shape of your solution. Finally, you fix the new reality. You must make this new, golden reality permanent. This is accomplished through the unwavering application of faith and gratitude. Faith is not blind hope. It is unwavering loyalty to your inner vision, regardless of what the outer world's lagging reflection may be showing you. You must hold your new state of being, your new vibration. Without wavering, you fix this state through the daily practice of creative gratitude, thanking the universe for a reality that is already a finished fact in the higher dimensions. You remain loyal to this inner truth until it inevitably hardens into physical fact in your life. This is the alchemy of circumstance. You don't fight the darkness. You turn on the light. You don't break down the lead wall. You dissolve its energetic structure and reform it into a golden door. Let us now apply this alchemical process to one of the most charged and misunderstood areas of human life: abundance. Poverty is not, at its core, a condition of your bank account. That is merely the outer symptom. Poverty is a state of consciousness. It is a toxic cocktail of limiting beliefs, low-frequency emotions like fear and worry, and actions that are born from a desperate sense of struggle and lack. To distill the true elixir of abundance, you must first become aware of this inner lead. This requires a fearless audit of your subconscious programming. You must sit down with yourself and ask the hard questions. What did my parents teach me about money? Do I believe that rich people are greedy? Do I believe that I have to work brutally hard for every penny? Do I feel unworthy of wealth? These beliefs are the invisible programs running your financial reality. Once you have brought these limiting beliefs into the light of your awareness, you can apply the 3-stage alchemical process. First, dissolve your scarcity mindset through acceptance. Stop fighting your current financial situation. Stop checking your bank account with a sense of dread. Stop hating your bills. This resistance only solidifies the energy of lack. Accept the numbers as they are right now without emotional charge. This neutralizes the energy and makes it malleable. Second, coagulate a new reality of financial freedom. Using the keys of creation, you will build a new blueprint. With the key of the inner eye, you don't just see a pile of money. You visualize yourself logging into your bank account and feeling a rush of peace and security at the healthy balance you see. You imagine swiping your card with ease and confidence, knowing there is always more than enough. With the key of vibration, you must generate the feeling of being wealthy now. What does security feel like in your body? What does freedom feel like? Cultivate that emotion daily. With the key of the word, you cease saying, "I can't afford that," and begin declaring, "I am a magnet for wealth. I am financially free." Third, you fix this new golden consciousness. You must remain loyal to this inner reality of abundance. You fix it through the daily practice of creative gratitude, being thankful for the wealth that is already yours in spirit. And most importantly, you begin acting from a place of sufficiency, not lack. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means leaving a generous tip with a feeling of abundance. It means buying a coffee for a friend from a place of, "There is plenty," not, "I can spare it." Every action taken from a feeling of abundance fixes that reality more deeply into your being. Wealth is not something you chase or acquire. It is something you radiate. It is the natural byproduct of an abundant consciousness. By transmuting your inner lead of lack into the inner gold of sufficiency, you don't just attract wealth, you become it. We have journeyed through the great illusion, uncovered the conspiracy against your power, and learned the sacred keys to consciously shape reality. We have explored the alchemy that transforms any circumstance. We now arrive at the final destination of this initiation, the ultimate secret of the ancient masters, the Philosopher's Stone. For centuries, people have sought the Philosopher's Stone as a physical substance, a magical rock that could turn lead into gold and grant eternal life. But this was always the greatest misunderstanding. The true Philosopher's Stone is not a tool that you use. It is what you become. It is the attainment of a state of being, a level of consciousness so pure, so coherent, and so powerful that the act of creation is no longer a step-by-step process. The final step in this initiation is to transcend the identity of the alchemist, the one who is actively doing the work of changing things, and to realize your true, essential nature as the I am. You are not the person trying to manifest. You are the pure, formless consciousness from which all things arise and to which all things return. In this enlightened state, creation is no longer a process of doing. It is an effortless radiation of your being. Think of the sun. The sun does not try to shine. It does not perform a technique to generate heat and light. It simply is a star, and the radiation of light and warmth is the natural, effortless byproduct of its intrinsic nature. To become the Philosopher's Stone is to achieve a state of being so aligned with the vibrations of love, joy, and abundance that these qualities manifest around you automatically as a natural reflection of who you have become. You no longer need to transmute lead into gold because your very presence, your energetic signature, is so golden that everything you touch, every person you meet, every project you begin, every circumstance you encounter, naturally aligns with your perfected nature. This is the end of technique and the beginning of effortless manifestation. It is the shift from consciously creating your reality to becoming a walking, breathing vortex of creative potential. This is the ultimate freedom. This is the great work accomplished. You are no longer just the painter. You have merged with the paint, the brush, and the canvas itself. You have realized that you are not in the universe. The universe is in you. As we reach the end of this journey, it is vital that you understand one final truth. The words you have heard today, the concepts and keys we have explored, they were never the source of your power. They were merely a mirror held up to remind you of the magnificent, limitless power that has always been and will always be yours. The true sacred text is not this script. It is you. Your life is a living, breathing book. And with the dawn of every new day, you hold the golden pen to a fresh, blank page. The illusion of being a mere reader of a pre-written destiny is now shattered. You are, and always have been, the author. The laws you have learned, the law of consciousness, the keys of vibration, imagination, the word, and the heart. These are the tools of your divine craft. Your journey of learning is now complete. Your masterpiece begins now. The only question that remains, the question I now leave with you is this: what magnificent story do you choose to write today? Which of these keys resonated most deeply within you? What is the very first illusion in your own life that you will choose to dismantle with this newfound understanding? Please share your thoughts and inspirations in the comments below. Let's build a community of conscious creators supporting one another as we write our new stories. And if this message has sparked a flame of remembrance within you, be sure to subscribe to the channel and join us as we continue to explore the limitless potential that resides within us all.